Hi, Angel Tuccy, co-founder of Media Firestorm and the host of the Need a Guest Facebook community. Excited to share with you how we leverage podcast interviews for our clients and for ourselves to grow our business. Podcasting has become one of the most sought after platforms and marketing tools for helping entrepreneurs and business organizations grow and scale their business. Where else can you get branding, marketing, and sales all from one media platform other than being a podcast guest? This is an incredible opportunity, and I'm excited to share with you our three-step framework for how we help our clients get booked on podcasts and leverage the power of podcast interviews as a guest to grow and scale your business. And if you don't know me, I actually run the Need a Guest Facebook group, Need a Guest Facebook group. It's a networking community of over 40,000 people that in the last 2 years, we've grown the group from 10,000 to 40,000, leveraging the power of podcasting, staying in our lane, doing what we do best, and focusing on helping our clients get booked on podcasts every week. Now, we've created Media Firestorm, which is an in-house network of podcast hosts who come to us looking for guests to interview. So, really unique methodology that we use in that podcast hosts reach out to us because they need guests. We have hundreds and hundreds of podcast hosts looking for guests every day and looking to be matched up with quality podcast guests. That's where you come in, right? You want to be a guest on a show, you want to share your story, you want to use it to grow and scale. We have the in-house network of podcast hosts who are looking for guests and ready to match you up right now today. And here's how we do that every single day, right? For the first 30 days, we want to introduce you to a brand new podcast host, one a day for the first 30 days. That allows you to get your feet wet, start booking up your calendars, finding the right shows, finding the right fit, and gives us data so that we know it's working. We want to keep our eyes on you and make sure that throughout our 6-month program, you're getting booked consistently on 2 podcasts every week. And consistently is the key here. It's easy to say, I want to go and get on one major podcast and have this flash in the pan podcast interview that's going to transform my business. But what's more likely is the consistently week in, week out, getting your message out in front of a new audience, creating that brand visibility, that SEO credibility, like all of the things, establishing you as the expert in the space, in your space. We want to put you in front of your target audience consistently on a weekly basis to help you generate leads, attract more ideal clients into your sales castle, and to convert those leads into paying clients. And podcasting works incredibly well in conversion. And here's why. It's long form content. People are listening to you, they're listening in their earbuds. You get to tell your stories, the transfer of trust from the podcast host over to you. It really creates this really high converting opportunity for you to get in front of somebody else's audience, right? Borrowing other people's audiences and move them into your sales castle, right? Get them on your email list and then convert them into high value clients. And I haven't seen anything that works as well. In fact, I was in radio broadcasting for 10 years out of Denver, Colorado. When I left broadcasting, I traveled as a public speaker for 2 years, teaching authors, entrepreneurs, organizations how to do their own PR. And then in 2020, developed this new community for podcast hosts and guests to come together. And so in the last 5 years, this is the space that I've been in. I actually, for 15 months, stopped traveling and speaking at summits and everything else altogether and just leverage podcast hosts to grow my email list, to grow my business, and to attract more clients. And that's what we teach our clients to do. Go out and get booked on 2 interviews every single week, get in front of a fresh new audience, and bring your targeted leads, ideal leads, back onto your email list. We've worked with thousands of entrepreneurs, authors, and entrepreneurs over the last 5 years, and it doesn't matter what industry you're in, there's a podcast audience waiting for you. Our core target audience of podcasts, of the categories that they fall into, we have one of four. It's business, relationships, finance, and health. And so in the health space, that's personal development, personal growth, mental health, physical health. In the wealth space, anything financial, investing, legacy building, that all falls into the wealth space. In the relationship space, anything parenting. Oh, also in health, we have a lot in the menopause space and midlife. In relationship building, we're talking about parenting. We're also talking customer service, and also interpersonal relationships. And in the business sector, we're talking entrepreneurship, leadership, CEOs, small business, anything in that, or side hustle, even starting your own startup space. And so most of our podcast hosts fall into one of those four categories. And that's a great place for you if you think about where's my target audience. It's not so much about your niche of, okay, I talk about candle making, right? But who's your audience and who do you want to be in front of? And picking it out from one of those four categories is going to be where we start. We have hundreds of podcast hosts who are coming to us for the last 5 years saying, I need guests. And every week we add about 10 new hosts into our database who are looking for guests. So it's always growing. And our clients have complete access to that entire database of hosts. It's like your own personal phone book of podcast hosts who need guests. And this is just a great way to amplify your reach, build your credibility, attract more leads, and convert more sales. The second thing we do is really help our clients to convert their leads that are sitting in their email, the new leads and their existing leads, into book sales calls by sending a daily email. And so we have a three-phase process of helping you to send out those daily emails, the warm-up sequence, the validation sequence of validating your offer, and then the daily story emails to book more sales calls on your calendar. And we take you through. We have templates to help you with your media outreach, your media one sheet, and for your emails. We offer daily coaching inside of our membership portal. We also offer 2 live coaching sessions a week for you to plug into. And so imagine where your business can be 6 months from today by leveraging the power of being a podcast guest, just connecting with podcast hosts who are connected to your target audience, and then converting your email list into buyers, right? Into more book sales calls. So love to connect with you, love to answer more questions, but that's the foundation for Media Firestorm, how we started, where we came from, and who we help. So hopefully you are excited as well to get started. Once you do, we have an onboarding call. We get you set up with that onboarding call. And on day one, we help you get booked on your very first podcast. So let's get started. Cheers.